Illinois State University and its athletics department have a long history of providing opportunity, especially to those who couldn't receive it elsewhere. Many are familiar with the opportunity given to former Redbird coach Will Robinson, the first African-American head basketball coach at the NCAA Division I level. A decade prior, Illinois State University, thanks to the foresight of Dr. Laurie Mabry, was also providing groundbreaking opportunities for women. A graduate of Northwestern University, Purdue University, and the University of Iowa, the Vandalia, Illinois native arrived at Illinois State in 1960 to serve as the department's first and only director of women's intercollegiate athletics. She also coached the Redbird basketball and golf teams.
In the 1960s, I think we were making our own uniforms and doing our own transportation.
Sometimes when we had a sports day, as they were sometimes called on the weekend, we'd play a game, and then I would officiate a game, and then we'd serve cookies and drinks to our opponents. And so it was definitely much different than today.
At ISU, Mabry elevated the women's programs from recreational status to the level of competitive college teams. During her 25-year tenure, she significantly impacted opportunities for women.
Laurie was all about opportunity. She found a way to overcome the obstacles, to create opportunities for girls to participate in sport and competitively at a high level.
Starting at the state level of the Association for Intercollegiate Athletics for Women, Mabry quickly became a national player and eventually served the organization as the president in 1975 through 76. As president, Mabry was a front-row witness to the controversies that followed the passage of Title IX. Title IX was signed into law on June 23, 1972. The same year, Illinois State, under Mabry's guidance, hosted the AIAW's first merit-based national intercollegiate basketball tournament for women. That tournament paved the way for what is now known as the NCAA Women's Final Four, and Mabry used it to defend the passing of Title IX to the pending naysayers.
It was not a popular position, but the effort and that they put into making that happen is now what you see when you watch a Division I or a Division II or a Division III basketball game. It's equality.
I think the fact that everyone just takes for granted that we have an intercollegiate program for women speaks volumes about what Laurie did to establish that program and how hard that was at the time, and where we are now just tells you how far we've come, and that's a real tribute to Laurie.
Addresses to congressional committees became commonplace for Mabry as she fought for not only Illinois State student athletes, but for all female student athletes.
So many people looked up to her, those not only in coaching, but those in administration, followed her lead, really took to what she said, and knew that she was really thinking of the total female athlete.
Laurie really saw the big picture. She had the opportunity to work at a national level, to have an impact at the national level, and she brought that back here to the grassroots at Illinois State.
She had so many great accomplishments. She was just a woman of her word. She was just a woman with passion, a woman with drive, with determination.
I look at Laurie Mabry as a very courageous woman, and one that was daring and had fight in her to do the right things.
Because of her success, today, Illinois State Athletics honored Mabry by hanging a banner at Redbird Arena prior to today's game, and would like to publicly thank her for her positive impact on generations of women within sports and far beyond.